Hi, my name is Michael Sears. I'm 43 years old and I've had Crohn's disease since the age of 12. Following on from about 20 operations, I ended up with intestinal failure. And late last year, I was the 11th person to have a bowel transplant at Oxford in England. Going through the journey of a bowel transplant is probably one of the most difficult things I've ever done in my life. The one thing I would say about it, though, is it's as much of a mental challenge as a physical challenge. Surgery was just over 10 hours. And I was in hospital for 3 months and came out just before Christmas, and since then I've been in and out of hospital with post-bowel transplant complications, infections and that sort of thing. When you decide to embark on the journey of a transplant, you're told that it could take up to a year before things settle down properly. So as it stands now, I went from being on TPN prior to the transplant to now being on an enteral feed for 15 hours a day. Although most recently I just had Botox injections into the base of the muscles in my stomach to allow the stomach to open and me to start feeding. So as I talk to you now, I've been one day with eating some food, which has really been the first time in 2.5 years since that's happened. The long-term prognosis for transplant is unknown at this stage. All they do is they tell you year by year, but the aim is to get back to normality and get back to working life as soon as possible. I didn't have an option about a bowel transplant. I was told that if I stayed on TPN, the likelihood is I'd end up with a liver and bowel transplant. But I know I'm in a very, very small minority of people who have Crohn's disease and end up in this situation. By blogging and tweeting about all of this, I've really wanted to tell the story that no matter what you suffer with, there is always a future. If you fancy reading my journey, please just go to beingapatient.blogspot.com, and if you fancy following me on Twitter, it's @MJSears. And before I go, as everybody knows, tomorrow is World IBD Day. So come and join us, where the bowel disease family is going to become one global family on Facebook. Just have a look for Bowel Disease One Global Family. Thank you very much.